I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was waiting for everyone else.
Oh.
Ryan Schwertfeger, 186 Hiawatha Boulevard. Good evening, everyone. It was almost 3 years ago that public opinion polls for Oakland, New Jersey was born. It was the summer of 2010, and I had been immersed in the hype surrounding the congressional midterm elections. I decided that just as pollsters were taking the mood of the country on national issues, Oakland should have its own pollster to gauge what Oakland's were really thinking about local issues in the direction of this town. But I opened the Record, the Suburban, and the local news websites. I spoke to residents in town, and I found out what the hot topics were, what people cared about, and what they wanted answers to. So I put together my first poll, made copies at Staples downtown, and proceeded to stand in front of the Oakland post office. I was armed with a pen, a clipboard, water bottle, and folding chair, and I spent 4 days asking those who entered the post office, who were Oakland residents of course, if they were willing to take a poll on local issues. Many passersby wondered what the heck I was doing, why I was doing it, and sometimes a few people gave me a piece of their mind about the issues they were passionate about. I also received some questions about where motor vehicles was, but that's a different issue. I ended my first poll with about 100 responses regarding taxes, schools, downtown improvement, and the upcoming council elections. Fascinated by the results, I decided I would try to conduct another poll. I also tried publishing the results in local papers and publications, but I had no success. But after completing several polls, I realized I needed to do something else to gain greater attention. So in addition to doing the polls, I started interviewing the candidates for office and posted the videos on YouTube. While the candidates were happy to get the additional exposure from the interview, they were also curious as to what the heck I was doing and why I was doing it. I had virtually no experience, no credentials, nobody knew who I was, and the fact that I was a teenager with an interest in politics was probably mind-blowing to just about everyone. I didn't get much reaction to the videos at first, but gradually people started to notice. Soon my neighbors were pulling me aside while I was walking my dog to say, "Hey, I saw your interview on YouTube. Thank you for doing that." And slowly but surely, people started to recognize who I was throughout town, with some even saying hello to me at ShopRite or waving to me when I visited at the Oakland Farmers Market. The last few years have been just fantastic, though. I received the most video views in 2011 with the mayoral race, and in 2012 I had the privilege of introducing the candidates for council at their October debate right here at council chambers. However, good things sometimes have to come to an end. After choosing to continue my education at Waynesburg University, which is a small Christian college south of Pittsburgh, I came to the obvious conclusion that I could not effectively continue to run public opinion polls for Oakland, New Jersey, while being more than 7 hours away from my favorite town.
Oh, why not?
In addition, I know that if the plans for the Great White Oak Park continue to progress, I will be spending any free time that I have planning and fundraising for the proposed park. At first, I did consider running the polls just online, but I wouldn't get that human element of meeting and talking with the people and the issues that mattered to them. Doing a poll online is easy enough, but it is not as enjoyable or as educational as meeting with Oakland residents face-to-face. So I've decided at the end of June, I will no longer be operating public opinion polls for Oakland, New Jersey. The website will still exist with poll results and videos, but I have no one lined up to take over for me, nor do I think there would be anyone in the borough with the time and the passion for continuing this work. However, I would like everyone's help in making my last poll the best one yet. My record was about 160 respondents over the course of about a month, and for this last poll, I would like to exceed that total. I will try to find a day or two to stand in front of the post office if the weather's nice, hopefully not like a day like today, but this poll will also be online. So I would appreciate if everyone here in this room, everyone watching at home, if you could please go to the website, I'll spell it out, www.oaklandnjpolls.webs.com, and there you can take my latest poll. In addition, I still hope to interview the candidates running for council this year, so if scheduling works out with everyone involved, you can also expect to see those interviews up in a month or two. However, I want to quickly thank everyone who I've interviewed on tape for the past 3 years for your generous giving of time to me. Don Burns, Councilwoman Cora, Michael Wadino, Councilman Jensen, Peter Kiko, Henry Lesher, Charlie McCormick, Cheryl Piccoli, Councilman Pignatelli, Mayor Schweger, John Zabo, and Councilman Visconti. All of you have been very kind and supportive of me in regards to this project, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend a few minutes with me answering my questions. But last but not least, I of course want to thank the residents of Oakland. I must admit that at first, most Oaklanders were somewhat skeptical of my project, but once you saw the dedication, passion, and most importantly, the actual results, people throughout the community began to express enthusiasm and excitement about my project. I really did see felt your support and saw your interest, and I know right now that there are some people who are watching who are going to be sad the interviews and the polls are coming to a close. But while public opinion polls will be coming to an end in about 2 months, the memories and the experiences that I have gained from this project will never leave my heart, and I sincerely hope that they remain a good memory for my fellow Oakland residents. Thank you.
We wish you the best of luck in college.
I'm sorry?
We wish you the best of luck in college.
Thank you.
And hope to get updates on how you're doing. And we know we're going to read a lot about you in the future.
Thank you.